students, welcome back once again. So today I've come up with a new topic. That is, today we are going maybe in 2-3 series or 2-3 videos, we'll be discussing about the embedded system boards. So this embedded system boards, what is there in the embedded system board, the parts connected to it, and what is their work? Usually, you will find pin connection and their description. You will find a lot of videos on that. But what are the components? Because if you're an electronic engineer or electrical engineer, you should know what components are there on the board and what makes it an embedded system development board. So today's topic is, to quick guide on the Arduino Nano and tiny powerhouse for beginners and embedded developers. Okay, so it is a very quick guide. As you can see on your screen, on the other side also, I'm just trying to show it to you. This is the board, small board we are discussing about. On one side here, it's a breadboard friendly board. This is the cable which gets connected to this. So we'll discuss one by one. Okay, let's go. So what is Arduino Nano? It's a compact microcontroller board for embedded project. Very popular board from a popular company, that is Arduino, right? Mainly for project or enthusiasts and the learners, we maximum of the students or we go for Arduino company boards. So two boards are very important in this if it is non-IoT, that is Arduino Uno and second is Arduino Nano. So today we are going to discuss about Arduino Nano. So compact microcontroller board for embedded projects based on Atmega 328P chip. This is a microcontroller number that is Atmega 328P, right? I will show you the complete details. Okay, ideal for prototyping. Hobbyist size is very small. The board is 18 into 45 mm, smaller than Uno. Uno is a little bigger, but this is the smallest board. All right. Okay. Here you can see on the left hand side, I have given two photographs where you can, on the top photograph, what are the components or what are the parts used for identifying and the main power area and pins. It is denoted. Same thing on the bottom side, you have different type of pin because you should know how many pins you require before doing your project. So according to that, only you will purchase a board. Okay, so here you have a microcontroller. It is there. You can see on the top where it is located, a box type, square box type shape part. That is your microcontroller. This is my microcontroller. Okay, right. There's a reset switch. There is a connector. This side also you have connector. Latest now you are getting C type of connector, but here we are using a mini USB connector. Okay, mini USB cable or connector, we call it as. We'll use maximum the old type, but nowadays the we are getting C type also. Okay, so what are the pins? You can just see, you will find all the details. All right, so here microcontrollers is 328P. It is from the AVR family. It is a 8-bit microcontroller. Memory is 32 kilobytes, flash is 2 kilobyte, and bootloader, that includes a 2 kilobyte of bootloader. It includes 2 kilobyte of SRAM, static RAM, and 1 kilobyte of erasable and programmable ROM. That is read-only memory. Okay, right. The clock speed is 16 megahertz. Power is 5 volt. That is through USB, you have to give 5 volt. Okay, 22 IOs are there, in which 14 standard IOs plus 8 analog usable IOs and 6 PW. PW means pulse width modulation, 6 we can use it. Other built-in LED is there. That is, I will just show you how many LEDs are there. FTDI, IC chip will be there. That has two type of IC chip, FTD232, and there is one more chip. It depends. Okay. So I will just show you what is this thing. And its consumption is only 19 milliamps. So next is how many IO digital, I told you digital pins 0, 13 input, 14 milliamps. You cannot cross that limit. Special 01 series. TX RX connection and 2 to 3 interrupts are there. PWM 10 to 13, SPI analog 8 to A0 to A7, 10-bit ADC, that is 0 to 5 volt. I2C connected, that is some sensors are I2C from A4 to A5, A6 to A7. Likewise, you can connect. Okay. So these are the details of what you should know. Now I will take you to the lab and show you exactly what are the components, and if those component goes wrong, then what the problems we will get. Okay. So I'm holding the Arduino Nano board. You can see it is there in my hand. I'm just zooming it so that you can see. So please remember, you have to identify what are the important parts or electronic component. So the main component of the board, that is this part, that is where I'm putting this thing, my screwdriver, I'm just touching it. So this is the main microcontroller. The number is 8 mega 328P. Okay. So you can see it's a square box type, which is connected to this thing, SOC chip. On the side, you will find a small button over here, which can be pressed and which can be released. This is a reset button. Okay. We call it as a reset button. Okay. Now, just adjacent to the IC, there is a small part you can see here. This is the crystal, or we call it as a crystal or clock generator or oscillator, right? I told you it is a 16 megahertz, 16 megahertz. This is the oscillator. Okay. So just adjacent to it. So these 4 LEDs will be there. 4 LEDs, it's written. I will just turn it and show it to you. These 4 LEDs. So this is 4 LEDs are, one is it's written RX, another TX, then you have power, and one is L. Okay. So what is this exactly? So when you load a program through this is what control? This is mini control. Okay. So what type of wire you are going to fix? This type. So you should have this type of wire to fix on this one. Okay. So you have to buy a separate wire, that is USB. This is my USB. I will show you. This is USB to mini. Okay. So that this thing. Nowadays you are getting C type also, but you have to be very, very careful what direction you have to fix it. Okay. This is the one. Okay. So we were discussing about the parts first. Rest of the things you have to see, that is the connection, how many pins are there, and already it is written on the pin. That is what is the function of the pin. That is whether it is analog, digital, whether it is TX, RX, right? Everything will be given. Even power is given. That is 5 volt, reset, ground, and V in. V in is regular power supply, which is given to the input. When you are not giving power supply through this, that is your micro USB cable, then you can give power supply through V in. So that all this thing, all details, it is given here. Okay. Now just turn it around and see what is there behind. Okay. So now I will just show you what is there behind. Now this part, this IC, this is connected to my connector, this connector. Okay. So whatever I will, before any data transfer to the microcontroller, it has to go to this chip. Okay. It has to go through this chip. So there can be two type of chip, right? CH340, or maybe there is another series to it, that is 200 series, that can be there. So depending upon this, it will be decided. So first it will be coming to the data and everything will be coming to this, then it will go to my microcontroller. Okay. So this is your communication, for communication purpose. Okay. Got it. This is for my communication through the cable. This is the cable to this. When I connect to this, then the communication takes place like this. Now come this side, you will find a transistor here, right? It's which has a 3 leg and it is grounded. This is nothing but it's not a transistor, it's a regulator. Okay. What regulator 1117? That is 3.3 volts regulator. This is 3.3 volt regulator. Rest of the things, these are capacitors, this is filter capacitors, one diode is there, and few of the capacitor and many of the resistor will be connected, which are required for this particular circuit as well as for this circuit. That is for regulation purpose for this thing. Okay, please remember when we give 5 volt to this, and it's written here also, 5 volt. Okay, so first it will go to this. Then it will convert to 3.3 volts and it will be given to the microcontroller. Okay, so you have to remember that. Now, if suppose microcontroller fails, what will be the problem? Nothing, no input, no output. That means these IO pins. That is when the sensor is connected to input or output pin. These are IO pins. Nothing will work. Even the reset will not work. Probably you may get one light, but when you load a program, nothing is going to work in this, right? So that is the symptom of this. And how to check? Just put your hand on the top of it. You will feel that extraordinarily it is getting heated up. That is the only way you can test your IC or your regulator. This particular regulator is getting heated up. Extra heat is there. That suggests that your microcontroller has short circuit. Now board will totally not work. Suppose this IC goes. Usually this IC will never go, but some circuits in some of the cases, if you get some spark over here, this may go. So there will be no communication. That means the port will not be shown in the Arduino IDE. The port will not be shown in the Arduino IDE. These are the problems mainly you will get in this. More heat, if this goes, even the chances are very, very less if you are careful. So please don't put more than 5.5 or 6 volt on the board. Okay. If it is written here 5 volts, please see that it should not cross 5.5 volts. These are the points what you have to remember before using this program. That is very basic program. That is blink program. That means this light, L light, it is coming and going, which is nothing but a small program which will make this light to come and go. Okay, so I will just take you to the software. I will just show you, explain you there, and you will have the complete idea. Please remember 5 volt through my computer so that this program is coming, which is there inside through this IC, right? If this light is not coming, this blink is not there, that means that definitely your IC has gone. I will just tell you, this is my Arduino IDE. You can see Arduino IDE 2.3.4. This is the latest one. So what you have to do. So first of all, what you have to do is you have to go to tools. As soon as you connect the wire is connected to it, then you have to go to tools and you have to select two things. That is, one is board. So here I have selected Arduino AVR board. There are so many boards. So Arduino Nano you have to select. Okay. Second thing is, as soon as you connect, you should get COM port 3. Okay. Oh, sorry, any COM port, whatever the COM port is. So I'm getting COM port 3. In your case, it may show something, some other COM port, but please remember, if this is not showing, that means your CH340 or the other IC I told you that is not working. Okay. Don't directly jump to the conclusion that the chip has gone. You have to check or you have to upload the driver files as well as boot program. Okay. Next program is very important. Is suppose if here it is given Atmega 328 old bootloader. There are two things. 328P chip has new and old bootloader. Suppose it is not coming some by this thing, then you try with old bootloader. In my case, it is old bootloader. I told you there is one more IC which comes, the older one, Atmega 168. Okay. So this also, if it is there, you can just check whether it is a 168 or 328. In my case, it is 328. So these are the things. How you will load this program? Go to File, First, for beginners, go to File, right? You have to go to example on the top, basic example, and you have to choose Blink program, right? That Blink program you have to open, and directly you have to select the board over here, and the two things are important: board as well as your port. These two things you have to remember compulsory, and directly strike the button, that is you have to do upload the. I hope this will help you. I've given you some tips and tricks about the boards, which is very important. So please, conveniently, you can use this board, what is the project, and accordingly you can decide. I hope you like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. I have so many videos, beginners videos on this, and you can learn a lot.